This is the Sony Alpha 7CR, and this is one of the most exciting cameras that I've had a chance to use in a long time. I had the opportunity to use it to shoot stills and video on my trip to beautiful Puerto Rico, as well as some portrait shoots back in Orlando, Florida, and I'll share all of this with you in this hands-on look. There's a lot to unpack here, so let's go over the main features. The Alpha 7CR represents the top of the food chain when it comes to the C line of cameras. The C in the name, by the way, stands for compact, and the R for resolution. So it really represents this beautiful blending of Sony's R series with the compact series of cameras in a way that I found to be very compelling. Inside, it has a 61 megapixel Exmor R sensor with their Bionz XR processor, so you're getting the very best resolution and image quality in this full frame camera segment. They've also included a dedicated AI processing unit, which I found to give some of the best autofocusing capabilities to date. If you're using the Alpha 7R5 or the ZVE1, you already know how good this is, and it's really exciting to see that they have it in this small, compact body. Going through the rest of the features here, the Alpha 7CR has excellent image stabilization with up to 7 steps of compensation. This was really useful when hand-holding the camera, shooting video, or taking long exposures handheld. There is a lot more that they've managed to get into this little camera, including selectable RAW options, including lossless RAW. You could shoot 8 frames per second with the mechanical shutter and 7 frames per second using the silent electronic shutter. On the video side, you could shoot 4K up to 60 frames per second with 6.2K oversampling if you're shooting in Super 35 mode. You could even shoot those videos with 422 10-bit color. Speaking of color, the color coming from this camera is beautiful, and you could even use S-Cinetone or S-Log3 if you want to get the most dynamic range out of your videos. A few other features that you might find useful for video include autofocus assist, breathing compensation, and focus mapping. The body of the camera is beautiful, coming in 29% lighter and with 53% less volume than the Alpha 7R5. Matter of fact, it only weighs 515 grams, which is 18.2 ounces, with the battery and memory card included, which is pretty crazy to me given how many features that they've managed to get into this camera. Having used this camera on my trip to Puerto Rico, I fell in love with the feel of this camera in my hand. The grip felt great on the camera itself, and paired up with their GP EX2 extension grip, it improved the ergonomics of this camera even more for me. After exploring Puerto Rico and taking the camera with me around Orlando, here are some of the photos that I took with it, including some images from a portrait session that I did with Caitlin. The image quality is simply amazing, and even though I already own the Alpha 7R5, I plan on picking up one of these to take with me as my day-to-day walk-around camera due to its excellent hybrid features. There's a lot of this camera that I plan on revisiting soon when I get my own in a few weeks. But in the meantime, if you have any questions about it, let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe if you haven't already, as we have lots of new content coming very soon. Before you head out, did you know that there was another addition to the Alpha C lineup and a new G Master lens? I made a video about those as well that you can check out right now, so click on the video that you see here on the screen, and I'll see you there.